Y'all can hear me, right?
And we're
And
live.
Galvin's our mom.
Galvin's our mom.
Oh no.
And we're live!
Yay!
Bit
No
late
one
to
can
the
do
draw
it
there,
like
Sumner.
Sumner.
Yeah.
That's what we learned just now.
Yeah, we're a mess. If it wasn't for Sumner, we wouldn't be able to put on pants in the morning. I would
You can't do something right. Mordecai puts pants on, but we're not playing that. So
Very complicated.
I'm a very complicated individual.
It's great.
How is everybody? How was your
Doing.
weekend? Did you have a good time? Everyone's doing good? Ready to play some
I'm feeling fat
Dungeons
and
and
sassy.
Dragoons?
Ragoons?
Goons.
Mother?
As long as my computer's okay with it.
Crab
Ray
Rangoons?
Zach's computer, are you okay with us playing D&D tonight? Because I would really appreciate that.
He just disappears.
I know, right? Like, my face
Zach
was...
is disconnected.
Zach has left the chat.
I have my banana milk. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
here's your
guys.
banana milk.
Welcome to Oblivion Isles. It's our Monday night D&D campaign of our, Monday night homebrew D&D campaign, written and directed by yours truly. My name's Jen, the director.
Your name is Jen? What? Jen the director? I didn't know
Wow.
your last
Wait,
name was
Jen.
the director.
Jen, does that make us cast and crew now?
Oh no, never mind.
Oh.
All right, I'm not the director. I'm officially the
Oh.
dungeon master again.
It's too late. Your last name is already the director. You've said it.
Nope,
Zach's like,
it's
stop
not.
hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
We will never be casting crew, guys. We will never be casting crew.
Are we
All right, I'm the
Disney?
dungeon master again. KK. Thanks for ruining my dream, Zach. You get to go first.
Oh, boy. Well, I play Chains, your lovely, furry, big boy
You could have just ended it
rogue.
there.
You're lovely furry.
You're lovely furry.
Next.
Oh my god, if someone makes like a buried in chains full fursuit, I would die.
It's a lot
They
of
probably
money.
would too
A
from
lot
the
of
heat.
money. That's like several grand, but
I want to see that so
I would die.
I would put the fans in the biceps. Because there's enough room.
No, it's just one bicep. 'cause the other
An
arm's like
inflatable fursuit.
inflatable fursuit. Anyway, Zach, who are you popcorning to?
Oh, let's go to Ash.
I don't want to do that. Hi, I'm Ash, and I play Rav, and we met my mom recently, and that was real fun. And I'm a drunk monk, literally, in all spiritually and physically. I am a drunk monk,
Oh,
and I'm
we're
a
so
water
proud.
genasi. Yeah,
We love you all the same.
I'm gonna popcorn it to which one of you gets to suffer? Dylan, go.
You act like this is gonna make me suffer. I'm Dylan. And I play Kuros Tidehunter, the sea elf of the group. If we're going to pin it down to a class, I guess you'd call it Paladin 4, Bard 1 or 2. I can't remember what level we are right now.
Dude, it's obvious it's Baladin, dude.
Baladin.
Yeah, you're a
Paladin.
I was trying to think. I was like,
or a pard.
love
if we
that,
wanted to
by
do
the
that
way.
pard was what I thought. I was like, I'm not saying he's a pard. That is not what he's
Hard.
Pard.
I like
hate
Baladin.
it. Thanks.
Baladin's good.
He's a
Pard
Baladin.
reminds me of, I don't know if you all watch Billy and Mandy, but Piff. I wrote, anyways.
I'm trying to think of like what I'm multi-class too, and I'm like ranger, monk,
Drunk.
manger.
You're just drunk.
Major.
I'm a manger.
Anyway, I will popcorn it over to Mika.
Oh, hi, my name is Mika. I play Callista, and I'm a swoopy girl. Sometimes a big girl. It just depends on the day. But I play a druid, a
She
spore druid.
poops on doorways.
A feral tiefling spore druid.
Feral.
She's feral.
Don't touch her, I'm feral.
See you, Dylan. And I'm gonna popcorn it to Sumner, who's
I
on
like
this
what-
side for me, but probably not for y'all.
I like watching Dylan resist quoting things. Y'all were like, you're gonna say it, Dylan? Don't touch me, I'm feral. He sips his fucking milk. Hi everyone, I'm Sumner. I will be playing Galvin, son of Rohan.
Son of
Son of
Rohan.
In hand of Lathander.
We're getting better.
Music to my ears. I'll be playing your Eric Cochran Tempest cleric who can do no wrong. Except everything. He's died 4 times. Now,
That's in the future. He hasn't died at all yet.
oh no, he's been down a couple times. The first time he went down was
That's
when
not
we were
death.
fighting the
That's just
centaur.
unconsciousness. That's bleeding out. That's not death.
It was like our first real combat, and Calvin's like, "Don't worry, everyone, I'll die," and then y'all did the rest. But
Don't worry, everyone. I'll die.
don't worry, everyone, I'll
and I
die.
just thought about Chains is multi-classing into Artificer at some point, so
He's gotta
he can
get
be
that
a
brain
raw Artificer. Thank you to Penguin the Strong for that community gift. So just
Yeah, I don't
quickly,
even know what else I could do with that.
please facepalm less hard, Ash.
I don't like that. That sounded part with me going,
That
"Ooh,
was
Mr.
awful.
Obama."
I really hope we get a screen cap of that exact moment.
Oh,
All of our
but since
When
he's
I
a
just-
pirate, it could be an R rogue.
Please.
Oh man, leave. All right, we'll see you guys next
Sir.
week.
We're done.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, as I said, thank you to Penguin the Strong for that community gift sub. That's really appreciated, and you are awesome, my dude. So, what happened last time, my friends? Let's roll off.
Oh, what? I
Yeah,
have to
dude, we
think
do
for
this
that.
every time.
I got a 15. Suck it. Everyone rolls higher than
Nat 20. That is a waste of a nat 20, but I'll take it.
I knew it. I knew Summer had like a 2.
Sumner, you need to get rid of those
Sumner,
dice.
You have to throw those dice away.
These are my
Burn
good
them.
dice. I was.
No,
Sumner,
fine.
you get one more reroll because I swear we've got a 98% Sumner
it's just
recap
him.
going.
Sumner, I have.
I got a 20.
That week is so painful.
What'd you really get?
It's like a painful week.
Ew.
Are you pulling a muscle there? Is that like?
He's having a stroke.
I have many different
Summer,
weeks.
Tell us,
Pick
do you
one.
smell toast?
Are you okay?
What day is it, bud?
I'm a bad liar.
11.
You should play Among Us with me one day.
No,
Oh my
I
I
have.
swear I was an electrical.
No one can see your face though when you lie.
What'd you really get, Sumner? Because I got a 7.
I got a 13.
I got an 11.
All right, I guess it's me.
All right.
So last time we picked up right after Chains almost lost his tail in a gambling bet, and then we decked out fucking Buffalo Bill, the armor merchant, stole his shit because fuck that guy. We hopped in, had this guy. Chains took our stuff to take it back to the temple as we took this guy to the authorities, so there wouldn't be like a, hey, isn't that all of his inventory you're wearing right now? So Chains went back to the church. We all went to turn him in. We then we divided further. Callista turned into a spider and got on Galvin's shoulder to talk to these guards who were dealing with some like drug dealer or something, and was like, yeah, we'll take care of him. Galvin's like, I'm the son of Rohan and handle with them. And like, listen, pal, you think you're hot shit, but you're basically like lukewarm diarrhea.
What?
And Chains made his way back to the temple. There was a guy who was kind of waiting up for us, like, oh, we have to lock the door, but I'm here in case we know you're out, so we're here to let you in. And he's like, don't worry, man, you go get some rest. I'll let my friends in, lock the door when we're done. He's like, all right, fucking see ya, and just pieced out. Like, he's like, I think Jen specifically said he is not giving you a chance to take that back. Chains got a weird vibe from the meeting room, but decided to take all our stuff, put them in the trunks that the church kind of set in front of our beds, and then went to check it out. Failed a wisdom saving throw, and then we cut to Rav and I heading back to the church, where we had a nice conversation about how we don't appreciate murdering children.
Valid
And-
conversation.
yeah, it's just that old chestnut. When we made it to the church, it was locked. We knocked on the door. Chains woke up, feeling kind of sore. He let us in, and by the luck of just Zach play acting out being like knocked out recently. He was rubbing the back of his head, and Jem was like, "Give me a perception check." Found out he had a lump on the back of his head, like some stitches, not a lump. Sorry. Kuros used a knife to open up those stitches and find out that there was a miniature little orb that teleports you to Merkel's hideouts stitched into his skull. So we got that out. Classic D&D. So we got that out. Galvin re-arrived, and we were like, all right, there's some shit going down here. Is there a better place we can hide? We have not slept since fighting a dragon and the wife of a god. So Rav was like, I got a place. And we're like, cool, this place is not safe. Nothing against your religion, Galvin, but deuces. Didn't even ask where we were going. Rav took us to her mom's house just outside of Eulator. It was very nice. We all sat in the guest room except for Rav and had a good night's rest. Rav
No one's allowed in my room. It's full of action figures.
Yeah. I imagine you also have like a race car bed.
Yeah. It's a dragon bed, actually. Like it's shaped like a dragon.
Yeah. But it's like, it was for a younger Rav. So like tall adult Rav, like your limbs like hang off of it.
Yeah.
Very obviously, but you don't give a shit. You're just like, this is my bed.
The blankets are also too small as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the morning, we all got up. We had breakfast.
No, you pissed off my mom.
I pissed off your mom because I took the blueberry basket to pick blueberries as like a thanks for letting us stay. And she was like, you took my basket, you bastard. Not
nothing
bastard, but she was like, I'll let it slide. Don't let it happen again.
It will kill you.
She then cooked us the best damn breakfast Kuros has ever had. He got a 100 on a percentile for loving breakfast. So he like cried. It was so good.
He weeped. The explanation was that he began to weep as he was eating.
I've done that to one person in real life, and that was my pumpkin pie.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
We then got a knock on the door, and the guards were like, hey, y'all, we're looking for a sea elf who tried to get the earnings and the prize and the glory of returning the doppelganger, but really it was this little girl named Sabine who's 300 years old, and we were
my god, she's not a child.
Whoa. So there's a lot of turns there. Let me take a second to digest that. Callista turned Kuros, the sea elf in question, into gas, who then went up the chimney chute and out to try to escape. Galvin, talking to the guards, like signaled to Kuros, like, no, come back here. We're going to take care of this. So Kuros came back, reformed, and was like, all right, let's go. Don't know why should not be an arrest or a trial. You shouldn't throw me in jail without a trial, but whatever. Let's figure this shit out because as Galvin said, we're just as confused about all this as you are. And that's where we're at.
I like how they were like, there's more of us than there are of you. And we all looked
laughed
at each other like,
there's 15 of us. And we're like,
yeah.
I've seen this blue person kill a dragon with a rock. Like, I don't know what 15 guards are going to do.
I don't think it was killed with No, that's how the story is now. That's canon. Rav killed a dragon with a rock. Make it known, everyone.
Well, yeah, that's in the legends now. Like, when the bards sing of Rav, they, like, talk about...
Yeah, I didn't weaken it or anything.
Ye old eating of thy rock.
No, you didn't
we write the history books.
Rapier at all. Not at all. An arrow.
No,
I didn't loosen the blood on that pickle jar
there was a
at
cat
all, dude.
there, but it was, like, a really small cat with a mustache.
Yeah. It was like, and Rav was, like, rescuing this cat. It was, like, about
Yeah.
to drown, and the dragon was going to drown it in a bag, but Rav, like, threw a rock and saved it.
Yeah, I tell the bards at the tavern this exact story, and so that is what has been sung across the land.
And we are on day 2 of 3 before Chains gets his new weapon. So currently, Chains is just walking around with some daggers.
And his bow and bomb arrows, lest we
Does have
forget.
bomb arrows and bows.
That's true.
You're right.
And some cool armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have cool armor.
True.
I don't, because I'm a monk and
Do I
don't
just have
wear
to
armor.
sleep in this armor to like attune to it, or like what?
Oh yeah, can we
Humans
do
usually
that?
30 minutes of sitting and like, you know, you have a good chat, you get to know the other person so that you can just really be in sync.
Truth. But you guys did sleep in the armor. None of you guys got undressed, so
Okay.
you're all attuned. And thanks
Super.
to Darkman for that gifted sub, to good old George W. Ambush, and Red Panda for the 3 months resub. You're awesome. All
And
right. I would
they
say
went
let's
from a
get
prime.
into it, but Sumner decided to just put the map up. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. Is ruined. Soiled
Oh,
it.
I can go back.
Soiled it.
Yep, there he is. There he is.
All right, that was a really good recap. So, we left off leaving the house of Ravlana's mom. The group was being herded, essentially, by the city of Eulatorf's guards. About 15 of them showed up, and there are several more along the pathway as you guys are walking.
Jen's like 15's not intimidating. Add more.
Listen, there's
Slowly
like
grabbing a
500. I'm just kidding.
The entire city of Eulator is now guards, and they're here.
It's like she expects us to instantly be back on our bullshit. She's
I
like, no, no.
mean, so you guys are walking with about 15 guards around you, and as you're walking, you have normally stationed guards along the way through the path of the city. There's not an exponential amount difference. Jesus.
Man, they really pumped up security just for us, huh?
So you guys are
Well, I
walking
mean, you just
in
kill
the
a dragon,
guard.
Rav, with a rock.
Yeah. I slowly pick up a rock.
So
I saw
they
if I was
sing.
there. I saw the whole thing.
So you guys ended on a pretty hostile note with telling the guards basically that you're above the law and you are being directed to the queen to discuss this matter in person. They said they would grant you this one, I almost said nicety, but that is not a word. But now it is.
Nice.
Pleasantry.
Big, nice.
Well, now you're being granted the nicety. So,
Big nice.
all right. So you guys are walking through the city, and people
Is it
kind
a
of are
nice
looking
city?
out.
Is it a nice city?
It's a nice city. You guys are walking through the nice city.
I'm gonna go.
It's about yes, it is. What does it mean? So, you guys are walking through the city, and as you guys are looking around into the buildings, because you're just being walked through the residential district, you see people kind of like looking out their windows and just peering out, looking relatively confused and some
wave.
maybe even scared. As
Like-
you wave, they like close the blinds really fast.
Rude!
Oh, you're waving like
I'm waving like I'm on a parade and I'm Miss America.
I'm gonna like ask one of the guards that is kind of escorting us. It's been like 8 hours since we returned what we thought was the doppelganger to his mother. How is it the whole city seems to know that, like, some shit's gone down? That's what?
the guards don't respond to you as they continue walking.
I'm gonna lead. Who's standing next to me between the guards of our friends?
I am.
You're
I'm
standing.
gonna lead over to Galvin.
Oh, sorry.
A little rude.
I was about to say you're sitting next to Galvin.
I'm just gonna lean to Galvin. Kind of rude.
I also ignore him.
I'm gonna start singing because apparently no one can hear me, so I just burst out into song.
And I join him, but off key and like I don't know the words, so I'm just going ah.
I'm gonna join them with like doo doo
Alright.
doos, but I don't.
I know I have some kind of musical instrument. Let me find it.
Yes.
So your cat yowlings.
Is there anyone not joining in on this song?
Galvin.
I'm playing
roll
my
perception.
role that I am proficient in.
Roll perception? Okay.
Yep. So while everyone's
24.
busting out into a band of gross singing,
A band we're called Everyone But Galvin is the name of our band.
It's catchy.
sans Galvin.
Remember the name.
Galvin, as you're looking around, the guards, a few of them appear like frustrated, but they're just walking like this is a job. We're not gonna tell them to shut up. We are a little bit intimidated based on that perception roll. And you notice one of them at the very front is nodding his head.
Hell yeah.
He's feeling it. Yeah.
Galvin is like 15% jealous he didn't join in.
Bop, bop, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah.
This seems a bit cavalier, he says.
Have some fun, man.
Lighten up, bud. Get your jam on.
Yeah, come on, bob your weird bird head.
Yeah, can't birds do that like thing?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's literally how I walk, Ravlana. We've talked about this. It's for balance. Like a
just throw
chicken?
bird seed on the ground in front of him from my pocket.
Have you had birdseed this entire time?
Yeah,
It was part of the trail mix.
it was.
I'm gonna lean over to Revlon and say, does he actually eat birdseed?
I don't know. I've never seen it, but I assume he does because he's a bird.
When we first met, he mentioned having a whole bag of seed that he and Rattle would eat on their travels. So yes. I offered them breakfast and said, no, we have plenty of seed.
Really loud about this.
So you're talking loudly about it. One of the guards turns to Galvin and says, "You know, that's considered paraphernalia in this part."
Seeds?
What?
How do you plant your food?
Seed?
What is going on? Food?
Have you been doing seed?
Oh my god. So,
Mark?
It was beyond the border. We don't talk about it.
It was international waters.
It was international water.
I killed a man, but it was in international waters. It's fine.
I say, is this the time? We're about to see the queen for the doppelganger.
No, hold on, Calvin. And I reach my finger up and I shush it, like close his beak. And I'm like, why is seed illegal? Why is it paraphernalia?
well, the seed he's referring to is not a bird seed, Blue Lady.
You don't know what
He kind of turns and begins walking.
I have a name,
Galvin.
guard man.
Galvin,
Hey,
have you been
God.
hiding something from us this whole time? When you said seed, I literally thought you meant like food for you and Rattle.
Yeah. Are
This
you a
is
drug
not-
dealer?
This is not the time nor
If
the
you're
place.
a cop, you legally have to tell us.
You know I am. That's not a secret.
You just hear, he is not a guard from one of the other guards.
He's not a guard, says the guards taking us to the fucking castle. Like, I don't...
Calvin, what? Can you please explain this?
This is not the time or the place to be
I'm gonna sleight
discussing.
of hand, try to find this bird seed.
Oh my
What is
god.
happening? Like,
Okay, so you're walking along with the guards, and you just pick up this conversation about drugs and singing, and the guards, most of them around you, circling you, look frustrated, except the one jiving in the front, and Chains decides to search Galvin. And what'd you roll on your sleight of hand?
You failed. Just gently pat him down. You looking real buff, bruh.
I got a 13.
Is that versus my perception?
Yes.
If you fail, this is payback for me
Got a s-
hiding and you catching me.
I got a 7.
Okay, so Galvin, you kind of turn and you know he's coming, but when you turn, he's already completed, and you
Yeah.
don't find any seed on his person.
Rav is just hung up on this because she doesn't understand. Like, she's like, I don't understand what this is. I need it explained to me, please. Like,
Gross is just like, he's got his world shocked. Galvin has been like the Boy Scout as long as he's known him, and now suddenly he's like, yeah, this Boy Scout does fucking crack.
what next, Galvin? Are you gonna kill your friends? Are you gonna kill a child?
If you keep this up, maybe.
I'd like to see you try,
I-
bird boy.
Same.
Do not tempt
He does that
me,
too, like
witch.
she's not scared.
You begin to see it from like anger. You begin to see his eyes begin to light up with like a lightning type energy, and he
You know I
says to
can throw
Ravlana,
you, right?
"You probably
I'm
could."
pretending
Galvin, you have like one lightning spell. Don't pretend. Just kidding.
Oh, you
Shut
oh my
up.
god, gross.
Dude, you're just mad because Wizards of the Coast won't respond to your emails. So you're just so
Alright. It's a serious hang up of mine, and I cry myself to sleep because of it.
you're
Dylan, I saw the serious in your eyes.
I know, dude. Anyway, we've had serious discussions about
Sorry.
this, but what was I saying? I had lightnings in my eyes, and I'm getting Galvin is getting frustrated and says, "I will explain later." And the lightning dies down.
I won't forget. And if you threaten me again with your lightning, I swear to whatever god there is that I believe in, which I don't, I will throw you so far.
I'm slightly just gonna move behind Rav because Rav seems sassy. So I'm just gonna bob my head behind Rav because I'm a little freaked out.
I will throw you to the next city. Maybe the moon. I don't know. We've never been there.
One of these days.
These days, Galvin. Straight to the moon.
So as you guys are walking, you get closer to the noble district, and the guards kind of change their tune in listening to you guys ramble about things. They start to say like silence as you're beginning to walk, trying to change that perspective. And
I would like to use my divine sense. Is there any celestial, fiend, fae, hollow, or desecrated areas within 30 feet of me?
no.
Okay, so these guys are just jerks. Got it.
Yep.
I want to mock the guy who told us to be quiet, but like behind him.
Silence.
Oh my god.
Oh, on the journey, if we see any tiny creatures, I would like to pick them up and talk to them for a second and then put them in my pocket of holding because I just realized y'all have messed up. You gave me something with 6 pockets that I can put tiny creatures in for up to 10 minutes.
He's just gonna forget they exist and have like a pocket.
I'm gonna set the timer on my watch and I'll die. I'm ready. I'm setting my time. But if I see any
Where all
tiny
these dead
creatures, I would
lizards
like to
come
put
from?
them in my pocket if it's
Roll
okay
for
with them.
perception. If it's okay with them. Got it.
They give me permission.
Just leave the pockets open so they can pop their head out whenever they need to.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
so then you'll just have like randomly like appearing on your like armor, just like at the head of a little like bird.
I like to imagine Mika's never seen a raccoon and she just thinks it's an angry cat. And she's
I
like,
got a 17. for
A 17. So you find 3 mice, and they all have little black glasses on.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Are they blind?
God, my heart just collapsed in upon itself. Can I cast speak with
Collapsed
animals?
upon itself.
I'm gonna cast speak with animals. I'm gonna be like, hey, can I put you in my pocket? I'll take you out every 10 minutes, and I'll leave it open so you can come out anytime you want. And it's mostly to prank other people, but I promise I'll give you food and stuff. I think there's still some pancake in there from this morning.
Roll for animal handling.
This is the dumbest thing. I'm so sorry, you guys. Ugh. 5. They're like, F you.
They said,
lady.
Mushroom lady, that does not appear to be the grandest of offers.
That's fair. Here's some snacks for your time. And if you want to hang out on my shoulder, you can like totally hang out. We could be best friends.
One more animal
Biffles
handling check.
is the technical term.
Why didn't this mouse have like a...
This time it was a 9. Not much better.
He says, "No, I actually want to say that I think you should take a different approach in finding friends." And he like wiggles himself off your hand, and
Thank
him
you
and
for
his
the
brothers
criticism.
go running. Constructive criticism. And so you did not befriend the 3 blind mice of Eulatorf. And so you guys begin walking, and the guards are like, silence as we move forward. And you pass the Church of Lathander, and everything seems to be in order. You look down the way where Half Pint was, and the streets are just completely dead. And as you're walking, the sun is still rising above the walls of the city. And you reach the doors of the castle. And so stands at the castle are 2 additional guards, and as they see you guys walking up, they open the doors and respectfully bow. What brings you in today? And as the guards stand back up from their bow, you see the Grand Master, or the, I guess, leader of the butlers standing, the Grand Maester, standing at the door with his arm up and ready to assist. He says, "What brings you in today?" And the guard up front says, we've collected the prisoners, and the Grand Maester, having seen you before, kind of raises an eyebrow. Oh? What have you done? And he kind of looks past the guard to
I
Galvin.
want to
who's
insight
standing in
check
the
this
front.
guy.
The Grand Maester?
Grand Maester, yeah.
Sure. For what?
I want to see if he's like, oh, why are you bringing these guys? I had no idea there was
Okay,
something
yeah.
going.
If he's like kind of faking knowing about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 18.
Okay. You recognize that he just kind of has a pompous attitude.
Gotcha.
But he doesn't inherently project that he is on the inside.
Gotcha. He just gotcha.
Yeah. And he says, oh, is that so? And he kind of looks past the guard towards Galvin, who's standing in the front of the group. What did you do?
We returned
He
what
seems
we...
completely unaware.
Kuros here returned what we thought truly was the doppelganger. The doppelganger. We have just found out from your messenger boys that these was not the case. We wish to see Sabine.
Well, and he takes a very deep bow. He says, unfortunately, I don't have access to it. And he kind of looks confused when he says that.
Her, his little girl. Well, 300-year-old. It's a girl. And her name is
So
Bean.
you see, and he kind of waves his hand, and the guards nod their head, and they scatter in like a bunch, 15 different directions, going back to their posts. And the Grand Maester stands, and he says, you see, unfortunately, our wizard can't identify her as anything. And so we're concerned that maybe foul play is in order. And he looks to Kuros and he says, and I will be completely honest, sir, the Master of Arms who sent you guys on the quest is looking to kill you.
Oh, that's not nice.
We'd like to see him try.
Any particular reason he's looking to kill us?
He
Kill
feels
me or
as
kill
though
us?
you brought the child. He feels as though we were being played, I guess. And he kind of looks confused in his words as if he doesn't know how to portray them.
Well, we clearly didn't know. We were
Yeah,
just
how-
concerned
It's pretty
the child
sus.
was its mother.
Why would he he didn't even question it? Like, oh, I'm gonna straight up murder you because you made a mistake.
Extreme response.
That's a pretty terrible response.
I would have to agree.
I'm not allowed to agree or disagree with our lords.
You should get an opinion.
I
no
have
reward was even given.
my
All we-
say over the servants of this place, but that is as far as my say goes. Otherwise, I am here to lead you in and out and be as peaceful as possible.
Thank you for the information.
I mean, I appreciate you for your information. We have a lot to gossip about later. I will, and he kind of turns.
Hold
He turns to lead you. He doesn't leave the group.
Okay.
He says, "Yes, we have a lot to gossip about down in the quarters." And he kind of chuckles and says, "I don't suspect you'll be killed." And this is kind of a conversation as you're walking, assuming that you guys are following him. Otherwise, around you guys
I want to
is
look at Kuros and be like, this is a little extreme.
Aye, it's as I've heard it called mighty sus.
Yeah. I've heard of that term used by the ocean folk.
Aye, it's
Yeah.
it's an old expression used in the Sea Elf tribes. Mighty sus meaning something doesn't quite sound. The story's not fitting together the way it probably should. Something there's missing pieces. Someone's maybe lying. They might have vented. Who knows?
Yeah. They could have been electrical and now they're not.
My God.
Or not
I'm
electrical.
gonna
We
look
don't
at
really.
chains.
Salt water
Go ahead, Dylan,
especially
sorry.
conducts electricity very, very well. We don't really have an electrical room.
All right.
I'm gonna look at chains and say, is this normal behavior from here? Is this normal here?
I mean, I imagine all city people are just assholes, but you know, it's what you deal with when dealing with the royal family, you know.
They're kind of awful.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, to be fair,
And
royalty hasn't really
the
been...
Grand Maester does say, he's like, well, you did accept the quest. And he kind of looks at Galvin side-eyed and then continues walking kind of in silence. And around you, you do see like various guards going about their shifts, kind of walking around. You see a large winding garden to the left with a large open center, and then on the right you kind of see like not a trap door, but like a storm door going into with a wooden top, kind of like a platform, but it looks like it goes below the floor. And then there's just a long, wide path going to the front of the castle otherwise. And as you begin to enter the doorway, you're met with the same beauty as before, and the entrance of the meeting room. Sorry, I lost my place. Entrance of the meeting room where you met the queen comes and goes as you guys walk further into the castle this time. You pass the Master of Arms' room, which the doors are closed, and you are led upstairs to the right of there is a T in the path up the stairs, and you're led up the stairs to the right, and down a left hallway to a smaller room with nothing in it but a table and a few chairs. Nothing on the walls. There are no windows, and the Grand Maester bows to you at the door. And he says, apologies, I would provide you better accommodations, but this is what I was allowed to bring you to, and I am just doing my duties.
I awkwardly bow back.
Can I quietly perceive the door as I suspect, given what he just told us being trying to be killed, that we're about to be trapped in this room. That's what Galvin's thinking right now. So I want to see
feels like a
if
trap.
if I can
Sure, just roll for investigation, I guess.
investigation.
on
I'm
the
not
door.
like doing the whole 9 yards here.
Yeah,
No, because I'm wanting to comply, but I don't want to also walk into a trap.
right.
15.
You see that the door has a standard lock on it, and nothing more.
Did they leave us here and by ourselves and walk away? Are we alone in this room?
You're still standing next to the Grand Maester, and you haven't gone into the room yet.
We're also walking in the room.
Okay.
I will. I want to ask the Grand Maester, where is the Queen?
She has been in mourning. The doppelganger is assumed dead, as the wizard Phaedra tries to understand this construct of a thing. We feel as though maybe this person has sucked up the life of the doppelganger, and we've been wondering if that is enough to appease Merkel. But that is all I know.
Would you mind telling the Queen that she has our condolences and I wish to speak?
To the Queen directly, he kind of hesitates.
Yes.
I can pass chain of command. I can pass your word to the Master of Arms, who can make that decision. And
If
I
you
will do
would.
so.
I walk into the room.
Okay.
I'm going in as well.
Okay. Cool. So he walks off politely down the steps and out of the way.
Does he
And-
lock the door behind us? Does he
Nope.
just close
The door's still open.
Okay.
So
I was gonna just push the door open.
no, the door remains open, kind of propped, but just it's not propped on anything. It just stays open as if it doesn't have like a
The door
a
is
way to
ajar.
close itself.
And
door
any
is
of
ajar.
you detect scrying? We're being scryed on.
Well, I mean,
magic stuff.
There's a couple of rituals that are in my book here, but there's just something for helping to identify magic on an object or person, and something here for understanding the languages of others.
Do we still have this mask of Farsight? That was called? I don't remember actually.
Other
What was it
sight?
called?
Other
Other sight. Other sight. Do we still have the mask of Other Sight?
I believe we do. I believe Kuros has it. Am I wrong?
We know the
Or Callista?
shape of the child's face. Perhaps we could use this mask to see if the child is still alive.
Okay, y'all do that in the corner, and I'll just be a lookout.
Okay. So, Kuros was given the Mask of Other Sight by Callista, to my understanding.
That's what I remember.
Kuros didn't get it. I thought it was
Someone got
I
it.
thought it was Rav that got it because she
I
wanted.
gave it to either Curls or Chains. I can't remember which one of you, but I gave.
No, I just beat a lizard man for it.
Yeah, she won. She was fighting, so she wasn't there with us when I gave it to her.
with her now boyfriend.
Yeah.
We're dating now.
I gotta take him home to mom.
He's a good lizard boy.
We'll just say I have it then.
So one of the group members pulls out the Mask of Other Sight, places it in the middle of the table, and everyone, please roll insight.
Good at that, apparently.
25.
8.
14.
Damn.
25.
Also, damn,
Callista?
Callista.
My insight's my highest stat.
22.
Okay.
Insight and survival.
I got 11.
Okay.
Those are handy. Especially for a druid.
So Callista, having been the bearer of the mask and was told how it works, remembers that you need to mold the face as accurately as possible on this mask. And as you look at it, it is just like a bubble of white clay. There are no eye holes. There's no mouth hole. It is just like a knee pad, and you look at it and you think, I know how to do it, but you've never done it, so you don't know how it works.
I want to lean over to Chance and be like, do you think you could like sneak around and try to find like a portrait of this?
Well, we've seen the doppelganger.
Yeah, but we've got to do it as accurately as possible. So like maybe finding like a family portrait painting might like help.
And as you guys are chatting, 2 guards pass by the door.
Oh shit, the fuzz.
I like how you guys know this
Stopping.
information without me ever have said it. You just like read my mind. Never said anything. You guys are just like, Callista knows this. So
So you do kind of
Guys.
ramble, and it's very likely that you probably said something without even just thinking of just an offhand comment or something.
Well, no,
Sure.
we were told about what the mask did by someone else.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we first. Oh, that's right.
Like,
yeah.
So that's not new. Sorry, I didn't know
Yeah,
that was
that's
not new information.
That's not new
new to me.
information. No,
I
that's
was
not
like,
new
how do you
information.
know this? I
I
didn't
mean, the
even
detail
tell
about like it has to be super accurate. Maybe not. We were just told that it's a mask that when you carve the face of the person you want to scry on, it allows you to see through their eyes. That's all we were really told.
Yeah.
But
That's cool as heck.
complete description.
Yeah. My logic was we should just go find a painting because I have object permanence and have forgotten what this child looks like.
Chance, could you sneak out of here?
Of course.
You may need a distraction. I want to peer out the door and see if there's like a sconce or something hanging that I can thaumaturgy off the wall or something.
Okay. Are you sneaking or are you just...
My goal is to ultimately
That's my
give,
dog.
Riley.
You can give give whoever's sneaking out advantage or something. To like give them a tip off. Like if he's going left down the hallway, down the right side of the hallway, I want a sconce to fall or something.
Okay. So, you just peer out the door, and the guards that passed by make a right into the nearest hallway, which is approximately 15 feet from where you are.
Okay.
And when you look to the left, you see just a long hallway, approximately 30 feet long, with a turn at the end, and then the stairs that you guys came up. You don't see any lights lighting on the wall.
I'm gonna kind of follow behind the other group, just so don't expect them to just about face.
So the 2 guards.
We're gonna have some explaining to do if you get caught.
Yeah, let's do this. So do I have advantage on this sneak?
Well,
Oh, actually, I don't need a
suggestion
distraction.
was made by Callista last game, which was that she can cast Pass Without a Trace. Not to just
that's
give you
right.
the answer, but
Yeah.
Or
Before
she
you
can
go, I'm
spider
honestly
her way.
just Yeah, I could just spider my way, but you're the roguey boy, so I'm gonna let you handle it. But I'll just pass without a
You
I
trace.
don't want Callista
You could
getting
always come
squished.
along, Callista.
Yeah, no, I'm also an idiot though, so
Pass without a trace, I believe, is only cast on the caster, and then it's everyone of their allies around them. So it would require Callista to spider around.
oh, I do have to stay within 30 feet of you. What kind of animal do you want on your shoulder, friend?
A parrot, please,
A
please.
sneaky snake.
I get to be a snake! I just instantly like throw into a snake, and she has the biggest little snaky smile.
Since
What
I'm
kind of
assuming
snake are you?
Callista
I
really hope you're a
literally
hognose.
like
Please be a
like
hognose.
fell on the
No, I
ground.
do. I was gonna say a little hognose because they're so
Viper
adorable.
With 3-inch long fangs.
Hognoses just have those big, sweet eyes, and I just
so
absolutely
derpy.
love them. I'm gonna be a little derpy, the derpiest hognose ever.
I want to
I'm
pick
just
up Callista and put her on chains because I just assumed she just turned herself into a snake immediately and just flopped on the floor.
Like she was so excited
Yeah,
about the
she was
idea.
because Galvin wouldn't let me do it, and I'm so excited.
So I pick her up and I go, "Here you go, Chains."
Little snake tail is like,
and I boop her snoot.
Danger noodle.
Okay.
you get a
So-
plus 10 to stealth checks.
Perfect. So, Chains, where do you stow Callista?
I mean, I guess she's gonna be on my, like, wrapped around my neck and shoulder. I don't know. Yeah.
Like your shoulder. Okay.
Jewelry.
So, okay. So, you are following behind the two guards that passed by to the right, that just turned right down the next hallway, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll for stealth.
With advantage.
With it,
Wait.
plus 10 for your.
Oh, with plus 10. Okay.
Stop looking at me.
21.
Sorry, my dog is just staring.
So as you
with the plus
as you
10
walk
is
down
that
the hallway, you kind of look
With it.
around you as well. You see over a large banister that like leads out to the front of the castle, and you see down there's a couple tabaxi servants kind of cleaning and doing their deeds. Everyone is wearing nice clothing like the Grand Maester was wearing, and you see a couple half elves and things like that dusting the area. None of them seem to be focusing on you whatsoever, and as you skillfully pass through the area, you turn that corner, which was where the guards just turned, and they are nowhere to be seen. You see down the hallway about a 20-foot pathway with two doors, one on the left and one directly in front.
I'm going to slide up to one of the tabaxi servants.
And they are down the steps. You looked over a banister and saw.
Oh, I
some
looked
of the
over a
tabaxi.
banister and saw them.
So you would
Okay.
have to go down steps
Just
to
go
talk to them.
Yeah, I was like,
You could try to get their attention from above. That's not out of the question.
I throw a snake at him. I'm just kidding.
Callista.
Okay, so they're all I see down stairs, right?
Yeah, you don't see anybody of, I hate to say like of importance, but you don't see anybody of royalty or anything down there. You just
Okay.
see a bunch of people cleaning. You
Of
hear
rank.
you hear like of rank. Yeah, you hear people like pots and pans clanking from afar, and you can think about that as probably breakfast time
Okay.
or lunchtime, since you guys
so
left from breakfast.
I'm
About
gonna
2
walk.
hours to get to the city, so about lunch.
Okay. I'm gonna walk downstairs and walk up to one of the tabaxi. I'm
still
assuming
sneaking?
I'm gonna startle the hell out of them, aren't I?
Well, are you still sneaking?
No, I won't sneak coming down the stairs. Just kind of.
Okay. So you just casually walk down the steps. You do kind of startle them. And one of the tabaxi looks up at you. They are sponging the floor, and they look up and they kind of gasp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to startle you.
Snake.
Are you allowed to be here?
Well, you see, I got a little lost. But maybe you can help me find my way back.
Roll for persuasion.
Yay, rogue moments.
18 plus 5, 23.
a pass. So he looks up, and his face kind of looks less tense, and he says, "Where do you need to go?"
I am trying to find the picture with the queen and her son. Would you happen to know where one is?
And as you say that, you kind of see another face turn your way and look back as they continue dusting the walls. But the tabaxi on the floor looks and says, I do not believe any have been taken.
I find that hard to believe. The royal family does not have portraits of themselves.
There are portraits of the king and queen, and he kind of gets very quiet. And he says, but there are no pictures of the sacrifice.
I see.
At least I think that's what we're told. Maybe it's so we don't seek. I must get back to work.
I understand. Before you go, one more question. Do you know if there is a place the queen likes to go undisturbed?
He
I
kind of
flash my
racks his
freers.
brain.
I flash my freer sign just to give a little bit of a extra street cred, you know.
Okay, roll for persuasion with advantage then.
Okay.
I believe in you.
As the tabaxi hesitates to answer you.
That's gonna be dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
So he looks and he kind of says, I would tell you, but please say you mean no harm.
Of course, I am only looking for information.
Perhaps the study and perhaps the art gallery. And he says very quietly, they're on opposite ends of the castle.
If you could give me a little bit of direction, I would be very thankful.
The art gallery is at the eastmost building, and the study is in the westmost building.
Brilliant. Thank you.
And he kind of nods his head and begins to sponge the floor quickly, trying to like make up for the lost seconds that he got talking to you. And what do you do?
Is that other person who like shot a glance my way still looking at me, or?
Roll for perception.
16.
You look up to where that person was standing and there's no one around.
Looks like I have to kill somebody. No witnesses.
Somebody just couldn't mind their business.
I imagine they probably took off before I got this information, so I'm going to go ahead and move along. And I tell the... I kind of warn the tabaxi, like, beware, someone may come looking for me. I will give you a
What
gold
is your
piece. It is probably better for you if you do not know my name. But I give them a gold piece. This is in good faith, friend.
I will trust and believe. And he takes the gold and he literally swallows it.
Oh,
That's not chocolate.
That's gonna poison you.
you were supposed
And he
to
kind
unwrap
of-
that first, dude.
He kind of smiles and he says, we're not allowed to have it, but I will have it later. And he kind of giggles and begins to brush the floor again.
I do not fear diarrhea.
So before you move forward, back up the steps, the group sitting inside the little tiny office room, you look around and there's nothing on the walls, no windows. There's the small table and a few chairs. A second time, the two guards pass the door.
I want to be leaning against the door frame, just watching them.
And one of them you see through his mask or helmet, is an orc man. You see his large teeth, and he kind of gives you a glance.
And I give him a glance.
Roll for insight.
Like, hey, buddy.
I really hope you catcall this guy.
18.
You know this person.
Oh my god.
Is this Og, the orc bodyguard?
Roll for insight.
You said I
Perception.
know him, and I have my notes.
Rav knows him.
I would be like, hey, you look really familiar.
Well, I got a 9, so I guess I'm just like fiddling with my fiddle.
Fiddling with my fiddle. I just announced that he looks
that what the
familiar. Like,
kids
hey,
call it
buddy. I didn't know you
Oh,
worked here.
He kind of looks back and he says to the guard next to him, he says, "Go on. We'll figure out what's happening here." And he comes back and he kind of stands in the doorway. He's very large. He's at
I'm just
least
like-
8 feet tall. And he's just standing barrowed in the doorway, just large stature. He says, "What is it that you're doing here?"
Well, it's a long story, and do you have time?
He looks around. Roll for persuasion.
No, I literally want to know if he has time. I got a 14.
I'll be right back. I gotta go.
He says, "Not particularly," but he clears his throat and he takes his helmet off, and you see that it is Og, the guard. And he says, "Anything for my friends, though." He kind of walks in and he closes
Yeah.
the door behind him. So you guys are in the room with a friend.
Yeah. So, some stuff happened. I'm sure you're very aware of being a guard, right? You know what?
Clearly, you're in the
Yeah.
interrogation room.
Oh, that's what that is. That's terrifying.
Also, he sits down and he says, "Sorry for not speaking to you outside. I know I have, I am perceived to be speechless, but that is the request of Riki and the gypsies."
Okay, that makes sense. What is up with all of this castle, and why is everybody weird?
Who is weird?
Apparently, we made a mistake and we're fooled, and we brought the wrong person to the queen, and now somebody wants to kill us, and I think that's a very extreme measure to go for instead of just asking, hey, what happened? Now they want to murder us, and I'm just not about that. That's real weird, and they've all been acting real weird, and Kuros calls it sus. It's the weird fish people language.
I haven't heard of any murders or
No,
sentencings.
they want to kill us. This Galvin, help me!
Calvin's literally 5 feet from you, and you just scream, "Calvin!"
Yes.
Can you explain
Rav.
this better? I have been not sober this entire time.
Og, I'm sure
And I
you are.
offer Og some alcohol.
He doesn't take it.
You should.
Og, I'm sure you are privy to the doppelganger, yes?
Yes.
We had recovered what we thought was the doppelganger as it looked, and anyway, we had rescued what we thought was the doppelganger. Our colleague here, Kuros, returned him to the king, and here we are in the interrogation room under the pretense that it was not the correct one.
How long
And
have
we
you
are-
been here? And he
we've been
kind
here-
of looks at the door where Rav is still standing.
Not long. We have only been here for less than an hour, maybe.
They'll keep you waiting all day. And he kind of pats his like legs, just as a habit, it seems. And he stands and he kind of stretches and he says, "Well, that's about as all of a break I can get."
Can you, like, maybe if you find any more information, just relay that to us?
Well, I don't work for
Please. No, but you are my friend, and I'm pretty sure you don't like dead friends. And if I die, I will haunt you.
you. Fair.
Og,
He kind of
Tell me.
laughs.
how many guards are out there?
I would say the castle holds about 50 on the inside. And
Do you
that's where
trust
I
us?
work when I'm. Roll for persuasion.
You should. I'm helping.
Okay. Add your persuasion bonus.
It's a 0.
Okay.
17.
Okay. And he says, Well, I've had no reason not to, and Riki takes a liking to you.
That's his girlfriend.
Yes.
He kind of smiles to the side and says, by keeping us in this room, they are keeping any chance for keeping Oblivion Isles in good standing at bay. We need answers more than whoever is interrogating us does, which I can only imagine who it is. Do you know where the Queen may be?
Well, she took off to her study a while back.
Study. Aye. Alright. Well, if you see anyone that looks like us in the hallways, turn the other way.
I give him a gold piece. I know I give him
Are you trying to intimidate or persuade him not to tell on you? Persuasion
Persuade.
roll, please.
And I just slip him 2 gold and I go, yeah, buddy.
You can add a +2.
17 then.
Okay.
Would have been a 15 otherwise.
He looks at Rav and he takes the 2 gold. He kind of like tosses them in his hand.
Don't
he says-
follow that.
He puts it in his pocket and he says, I've seen nothing. And he just walks directly out of the room.
We can go on a date
Attaboy.
later if I don't die. Bye.
Rav, don't you already have a boyfriend?
And I am keeping my options open. I may never see that man again.
All right.
All right.
Fair
And
enough.
before we cut back to Chains, we're going to go on a 2-minute break.
Yay! I can go pod.
Yeah, so I'm going to open up the giveaway for the day, and that's an exclamation point giveaway for our Monday night dice giveaways. And at the end of the stream, we'll be pulling that. So exclamation point giveaway in the chat. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. We're just going to grab some water, take a break for a second, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Hooray!
And we're live.
And we're live.
We're alive, guys. Wow.
Yeah,
Hey, we're live.
not dead.
Hi, hello.
We did it.
We're live.
We mostly spent the whole break talking about snakes.
Yes, we
We
did.
did talk about different snakes, trying
That's
to
nice.
get Mika a good old paper
block?
to go off of. And so, yeah, sorry. Thanks to Sidor, KBH, and Tio Pasta for the follow during our first half. You guys are sweet. Welcome to the fam squad.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out our Discord.
Our
Does anyone want
Discord?
to talk about that Discord?
Where's that Discord located? How do I get there? I would love to hang out in a Discord.
Mika, where can you find our Discord?
I'm pretty sure the links are in the bio. And we're there all the time, and there are lots of cool channels. Like, you can post your pets there, you can post your art there, you can just come hang out with us, you can play games with us. We live there. We don't ever leave.
We do not ever leave. Mariah, link is posted in the chat.
That's what I meant.
Well, no,
I'm
it is
still
also in the
new
bio.
here.
I mean, I don't know that. I had to ask other people where that bio link is.
Thanks,
True,
Dylan.
Yes, you can also just scroll down and click on the picture that says Discord, and that'll give you the link as well. So, who wants to give us a recap of the first half so far? Not Dylan, because he did it.
We've sassed so many guards.
We did.
We were really
real
obnoxious.
Karens in here.
We were
On the
really
way here.
obnoxious.
They hate us on a personal level
I
now,
think
probably,
I've-
except that one guard.
I think I've made Galvin mad.
I love
think we
Ash's
all
like
did.
cryptic, like 2 seconds. Like there can be this whole arc, and you're like, we opened a door, we pissed someone off, and I have a boyfriend now, and that's it. And that's all you
got
get.
That I
arrested?
told I'd go on a date with him later.
Like, so we returned the wrong doppelganger to the queen. We got escorted by 15 guards from Rav's mom house to the castle, and then we were immediately brought into an interrogation room under the pretense that the royal family and investigation squad is out to get us because they think there's foul play with us involved, thinking that we intentionally brought the wrong doppelganger, which the entire fate of Oblivion Isles teeters on. So we're all at ends right now. Chains and Callista as a snake around his neck are going to investigate to try and find a portrait of the doppelganger so we can sculpt the face onto the mask of other sight. So we can look through the eyes of the doppelganger and hopefully find some type of location of the real doppelganger. Meanwhile, Galvin, Ravlana, and Kuros were interrogated by a guard that we beckoned to come up, a guard that we're familiar with. And he gave us a little bit of insight, and we basically paid him off and said, "Do you trust us? And if you find us in the hallways, don't alert the other guards because we're trying to do everything we can to save Oblivion Isles." And that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that Galvin has a secret admirer that's not really secret he knows about
Riki.
works
That's right.
very much in our favor.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys remember, Og is the guard that is in the Ugly Mug. And that's like his side job, which is what we're now learning. It's almost like a police officer working a shift at a hospital or something.
Vicky works at a pub, right?
Yep.
Yes. The ugly mug.
Yep, the ugly mug. That's right.
That's
So-
also where. Also, can I say
Great
something
name,
that
Jen.
I have been. This is out of game, but I want to bring it to people's attention. We were told that there are only 2 tabaxi in this city as of
god, that's right.
and we saw them as we were leaving to go to Rav's house, and now we're here and there are tabaxi working in this castle. What the hell happened to change the sugar snout? These are questions that Dylan has, and by golly, I want us to find these answers.
I will say that Sugar Snout is a cat folk, specifically.
Oh,
What?
There's
I
a
didn't know
diff-
there was a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
That shatters my universe.
You uncultured swine.
Oh my god. I didn't say that.
Oh, I meant everyone else who didn't
But-
know.
You are correct on the rest of your assumptions. I just wanted you guys to know that
I also
Wow.
thought that. Because I was like,
that's a dead end.
Huh.
Okay, so the fact
So
that
they
there are
had kids, what would
tabaxi
they
in the
have?
castle, but there are also only 2 tabaxi in the city is a thing.
Maybe it's
I think
because the tabaxi who are here are
are
like,
slaves?
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't count as human, or not humans, but people to
Yeah,
other
they don't-
people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do we need to
discussion.
overthrow this whole city? Sorry.
Are we about to pull a Daenerys from season 1 or 2?
We don't have that kind of power. We're level 6, but we'll come back when we do
You have
it.
a friend
Chains, the
that's a
chain
dragon.
breaker.
I have my little dragon friend Glaurung, but he was left at the ship in Nyx in an alternate timeline, so we'll see where.
No, he's gone forever.
Yeah, that makes me sad, but that's all
These
right.
are so complicated.
Oh my god. Okay.
Time travel is always complicated.
So,
So
All right,
we are
so-
back in the city and in the castle in Euladorf, the main and largest city of Oblivion Isles, just in case you're discussing overthrowing it. So,
this city has BDE.
stop it. So, Chains went down the stairs and is trying to locate the queen, as well as a photo of the doppelganger. Was notified by one of the servants that there are no photos of the doppelganger ? And the queen is probably in either the study or the art gallery. Also, Chains was slightly sussed out by a half-elf that gave him a side eye and is no longer in his view. So, Chains, where are you headed?
All right, so I'm gonna grab my percentage die, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out a copper piece, and I'm gonna flip it above 50% is heads, which is gonna be west, and below 50% is east.
Fair.
32. I'm going east.
Okay, so you're headed towards the art gallery. So, based on what you were told. So, you come down a large hallway that's 80 feet long, super beautiful. It's just a complete archway with art just painted all the way on the ceiling, depictions of kings past. And
Do I need to reroll
your-
stealth?
yes, if that is your intention.
Yes.
Does he still have pass without trace?
Yeah.
Yes, because
It lasts for like an hour.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, woo, wowie.
I'll double check that.
Wow,
Let you know I'm
Jackie.
Wow.
So 27 plus 6.
Up to an hour, yeah.
So you're basically a speck of dirt flying through the air that no one notices. So you're walking down the hallway. At this point, you can just walk at a merry stroll, have any conversation with Callisto that you may, and view your sights. But you're walking down an 80-foot long hall, and you have the large art pieces, and there's several. I'll be specific. There's 13 sprouted hallways that you could potentially go down.
Holy cow.
This is
Never
an
having,
Coin.
never having been in the city, never having been in the castle before, you don't know where you're going.
Well, my Tabaxi friend said it's at the very far, side of the west end. So I'm going to go to the very end, and
east end.
if I have to work my way back.
Okay. So you go the full 80 feet distance, and there's one hallway that is a T at the end. And there's a large painting at the very end of the hallway, there's a large painting of a man with a gray beard, a human man with piercing gray eyes and a very large scar going across the bridge of his nose, across both cheeks. And at the bottom, it says, what languages do you read? Sorry.
All of them.
Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
You cannot read it.
Okay.
Callisto, what languages do you read?
Common, Druidic, Infernal, and Undercommon.
You also cannot read it. So, you see a plaque under the photo that is written in a very sketchy, as if it was carved quickly, plaque. Presumably a name plaque. But you look at him and this guy looks very hardened. He is facing the left in his picture.
Okay. I'm going to take out some parchment and charcoal, I guess, whatever I have that can be used to write with.
He's making a rubbin.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make a rubbin.
Aye, there's the rub.
You hear Kuros in the back of your mind.
How did you get here?
All right, so I would log that in your brain and your pocket, and you have a rubbin of a name plaque.
Okay. I'm going to go left because he's looking that way.
Fair enough. So you turn down the left hall, and you begin to hear kind of like a jangling of keys, but you're 33 or whatever it was. It appears to be at a casual speed, not rushed, and someone is just locking up doors. And down the hall, you don't hear anything, or you don't see anything.
Okay. So, like, are they around a corner or something?
Potentially.
Okay. So
Sorry, you turned the hallway. Yes, and you hear the keys. As you look down the hallway, it's approximately a 50-foot stair step way down. Halfway through the stair steps, you see a platform with a door. And at the bottom of the steps, you see an additional T.
Is it a lowercase t or a capital T?
Platform with a door.
So you see like steps going down to about 25 feet, and then there's like a large platform before there's more steps. And on that platform, it's like a zigzag. I don't know how to explain that.
A landing.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Then yes, I will make my way down to the T and look both ways to see if I can see the source of the jangling.
Okay. So roll for perception.
May I also roll for perception?
You absolutely can.
Snake
17.
eyes.
What the snake see?
So
Callista, what do
you
hear?
both
Snake eyes.
hear to the right. At the T, you hear the jangling of keys getting a bit louder.
Okay, but we don't see to the right. We don't see them.
No, it actually appears pretty dark. But Callista, do you have dark vision, or do you as a snake?
I have dark vision as a person, but right now I think that does cancel out of my wild form, but I do have blind sight as a snake for 10 feet, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, Callista, you're not seeing very much. Chains, you look down the hall. You see approximately 20 feet before it just gets really dark. You're not seeing any sconces on the wall or any form of lighting. And it's just a bit out of your visual range.
All right.
And then if you look to the left, you see a perfectly lit hallway that looks like it turns right immediately. So it's like just a zigzag in the room.
I'm going to assume something is hidden in the darkness.
Go to
so I'm
the
going to the
spooky
darkness.
Okay. So as you walk down the hall, you are met by a door at the end of a 30-foot hall.
Our nemesis.
Okay.
You'll be big.
Do I hear anything on the other side of the door?
Roll for perception.
Just imagine he just like puts himself up against the door with his ear. And he's like, "What do I hear?"
And then and then Callista, like with her snake face, is like pressing
The same thing.
like she can hear.
He just like gives it a look like, what is wrong with you?
Got a 12.
All right, you do hear jangling of keys behind the door.
Okay.
I knew this door was sus.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at Chains in my snake form and like gesture with my snake noggin like to the bottom of the door, and then look back at him like and kind of bunch my snake body up and then look back at the bottom of the door.
Okay. I'll grab you and I'll place you on the floor.
And Callista's body perfectly fits under the small amount of door.
She's so happy to like wiggle her way through a door.
Making my way downtown, slithering fast. Sorry.
So, Callista, do you enter the door?
Very slowly, I want to like poke my snake face under the door and look around. Do my little blind sight
through the door, and on the other side, you see a person with their feet up, crossed, sitting back on a chair, and they're swinging keys around their finger. He is also reading a book. He does not notice you.
I do not know how to communicate that to Chains in snake form, so I'm just gonna wander around. Is there anything else interesting I see, or just this dude? Are there any other outlets, any other doors, openings, anything weird, or is it just this guy sitting in a chair?
You see in the room in general that it's about a 15-foot by 30-foot room made of stone. And on the left side, there is a window. And to the right is a hallway that looks like it immediately ends at another door. But the door also has a gating in front of it.
Like that I couldn't get through?
Potentially, if you wanted to go through the room.
I would like to try.
Okay.
Oh, Mika.
Fine, she has pass without a trace still.
You can roll for pass without a trace with advantage plus your pass without a trace.
Okay, let me see if my
You're
snake stuff
tiny
is
and on the floor and he's reading.
higher.
Leave
No,
no
my snake
tracks,
stuff.
so no snake poop.
No snake pooping.
No,
I
pass
got
without
a-
traces. You don't leave any traces.
25.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't leave any traces.
He does
No
not
tracks.
see you. So as you walk through, as you slid through the room, you head over to the gated
Relax,
door.
so you can walk through the room.
And the gated door appears to be pierced through the floor. Like it doesn't open from this way.
There's no way for even a snaky girl to fit in through. It's that like sealed up.
What kind
It
of
looks
gate?
like one
There,
of
I'm not gonna
the
ask questions.
what are these?
Portcullis?
Portcullis doors. Yes,
Word.
iron gate over a wooden door. And the wooden door does
Okay.
not have a gap on the floor. It looks like it's very sealed.
I just imagine Chains is like waiting for her to come back, and she hasn't come back, and he's just like,
Oh god,
He's
she's
just
dead.
like, oh,
While this is going on, Kuros begins to sing "Kiss from a Rose" in the other room. He just had something in his head of just very sealed.
And
so-
I lean over and I go, did you learn that from a seal?
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
it's one of their favorites.
Okay.
Calvin
know-
falls asleep.
Those
So
are
the guy-
cuts.
the guy
So
in
as you
his
guys
chair.
are sitting up in the as you guys are sitting up in the interrogation room, you hear a knock on the door.
They'll come in.
I've been kissed by a
I go to the
rose
door.
on the grave.
And I open it.
Kuros is just singing.
I want to open it,
Okay.
just like fully like preparing for whoever it is. Since who is it?
You open it and you see the Master of Arms, the person who sent you guys on the quest and provided you the map.
Oh,
The guy that wants to
All
kill us.
of
It's this asshole.
I'll
Wait,
show
this
you
is the
guys
guy that
the
wants-
map.
Says-
This is the guy
Once
that wants to
more,
kill us,
I'll
right?
provide, as you were aware, he provided you guys this map prior to going on your trip. It had all of the locations of the sending stones that lost signal. We've also drawn on it because we needed to figure out where we were going.
Okay.
In pink.
Yeah, I see
So-
that.
And the green are missing, and the X's are confirmed dead crews, right?
Yeah.
Okay. making
Well,
sure
they're
I was remembering that.
confirmed lost signal of the
The rock phone.
sending stones.
So the red is the confirmed no longer signals, or the
Correct.
Okay.
The green, if they called, they would answer. The red, if they called, there is no answer.
Okay, so the greens are still out there then. Gotcha. Okay.
Correct. And they were saying, actually, roll for history. It has been approximate for you guys. It's been,
It's
a,
been a
while.
while.
It's been about a day though. But
I've drunk since
roll for history to see how much more information I'm going to give you about this.
You got a 6.
I got
Y'all got this? Because I have been stone cold hammered this entire time.
17 on my.
Okay. And Galvin, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, so Galvin doesn't quite remember, but
Bird brain.
Kuros, you do remember while you guys were in the office of the Master of Arms that he was saying that the king, along with a group from Treveria that was hired post saving that continent, were sent off to Nyx. So we can assume that
Glad you said that
this
because
green
I,
line going through Rinkel to Nyx is where the king is, or was, or is.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so Galvin
He's
at
here.
the door,
He's here. I said hello.
the Master of Arms.
And
Galvin.
just to put 2 and 2 together, is this the person that the person at the very beginning said wanted to kill us?
That is what the Grand Maester said, yes.
That's what the Grand Maester said. Okay. Hello? Are you here to interrogate us or help us?
Well, we have questions, and he kind of just walks in. He pushes past you.
Make yourself at home, I guess.
This is my home.
Oh, make yourself more at home, I guess.
Well, make yourself at work. I can't imagine you live here. This seems more like your place of business.
What can we do for you?
Technicalities. He pulls out this same map.
Yeah.
And he says, I have turned a new leaf on this investigation. And first, I have questions for you before you can have questions for me.
Fine.
Who did you bring to the castle?
What we thought
And he
was
looks
the
directly at
doppelganger.
He looks directly
Oh.
at Kuros.
I shush
And-
Galvin.
Galvin says it was we thought to be the doppelganger, and then
And Rav
Looks
holds my
directly at
beak shut.
Kuros.
And I'm like, shut up, my hands are strong. Kuros.
Well, through our investigation, and through a long story, we found ourselves in a hellish scape, facing off against magma elementals and evil kobolds and a dragon, and Cornelia herself after being apparently wed to Merkel. And upon dealing a very devastating blow and kind of sending her out from whatever that realm that was in, the person that we presented to you is the one that was left behind, who to our perception seemed to be the doppelganger. Very quiet, but we figured that they'd been through a lot. It's a very traumatic experience for a young child, going to hell.
Look, dude, you seem like a really great guy, but we went through some shit, and we thought we were doing the right thing. We lost a friend to all of this. This Birdman's best friend passed away when we were trying to retrieve what we thought was the doppelganger, and to be met with this and suspicion isn't cool, like, at all. Like, you barged into my mother's home, and that's rude.
Yeah, and you're treating us like criminals and conspirators when I don't even remember asking for a reward or anything. I'm not sure what you might think is so sus about all this situation, but I'm not sure what you're out at this point.
you must understand that, to our knowledge as of yesterday, a construct of an individual was brought in who claims to be the child of Cornelia. While having the face of the child during the sacrificing ceremony, their skin was impenetrable.
Yeah,
And that is when their true face shone and said that you brought them here. And that's all of the information that we have been able to get out.
Have you considered maybe killing kids isn't a good idea, and this was just kind of like a point to prove? I don't know. I'm just throwing this out here that murdering children is a terrible idea, and you tried to kill a child. Does that not ring any ding any morality bells with you, or am I just talking out my ass?
Galvin, shall you recount the prophecy?
Yes. I swivel my chair
It's not a swivel chair, but you
have a chair?
to ravel.
on the floor.
I scrape this. I scrape the.
I would love to.
Chewbacca chair noises.
Yeah, exactly. Directly to Ravlana and Kuros. I say the doppelganger's purpose is not to live out a normal life. Its purpose is to be reborn.
Okay, yeah, Galvin, that's
Constantly.
cool, but I've learned that there's always another way.
Yeah. You also keep calling them it when these are living people with lives and parents and a future ahead of them. And
I'm using the word
you just
it.
You just don't even try to find another way around this. Is that the case here? I'm looking
not up
back
to
and forth
us.
from Calvin to the.
I am aware that I signed up knowing that you were going to murder a child, but I had this inkling in my brain that was like, nah, Galvin's a good guy. He wouldn't murder a kid.
It's
We
not
would find a
murder.
way.
It's
Yeah.
sacrifice.
It's murder. It's murder, Galvin. I mean, do you want to plunge your knife into a child's heart and then tell me it's not murder?
It is to save Oblivion Isles. It is a
Yes.
It
But
is
it's
a
still
millennia age-long tradition, not tradition,
And
a
you've
deal
never
made
tried
by
anything
reading.
else in these millennia. You just assume this is the only way, is to condemn your own soul to murdering an innocent child for the sake of everyone else without trying anything else, Galvin.
I'm all ears,
You took
Sea
the
Elf.
first opportunity at quote-unquote salvation.
We don't
Well, I
have
would
time.
say the first opportunity that was taken by Cornelia to steal the doppelganger, Eunosi, is no longer here. So it is proven that the punishment of Merkel will reign if we do not provide
Then
him.
we need to just go kill Merkel. I'm sure we can kill a god.
And how many more kingdoms
You
need to
say
be
at level
destroyed?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm riding high from that nat 20 on a dragon.
And Kuros, you saw Nyx go up in flames. How many kingdoms do you expect to fall before your negotiations with a god?
Oh, there won't be any negotiations, my dude.
It may not have to come to violence, right? But there's got to be another way about this.
Yeah,
Killing
that's
someone
yeah.
does not sound like Lathander's way.
Unfortunately,
Straight
it is
murdering a
exactly.
child is not
Like,
Lathander's
I'm pretty
way.
sure
I
that
thought Lathander was
child's-
a god of life and
Yeah.
mercy, not
Also-
a god of bargaining and murder.
I'm pretty sure that child's mother is having to deal with all of this, knowing that she was gonna have to kill her own kid.
Exactly.
Alvin also knows that if a doppelganger of Lathander was born, the same thing would have to happen.
Exactly. I explained to Kuros, this is a deal made by Lathander and Merkel. It's not
This is a
just by
terrible
death, but
deal.
rebirth.
So the death god demands death, and the life god demands death as well.
I don't expect you to understand this, Kuros.
You know, I thought Lathander was a cool guy. He seemed to want to help people. But if he's cool, if he wants someone to die, even when it's his turn to get the sacrifice, that doesn't sound like a cool guy to me. That
Tell me,
sounds like
Kuros.
a real asshole.
Would you die to save your Sea Elf family? Or would you prefer for them to have all died for you?
I would die for them, but that at least is my choice. Are we giving this child a choice, or are we forcing our wants onto someone else, the way I did with my entire fucking village? I wanted to live, and they paid the price for it.
I stand
Not your
right
decision
next
to
Kuros
make.
and just.
It was not my decision to make, but I forced them into that situation the way you're forcing this child into that situation.
I've not
stripping
forced
away
anything.
any choice this child has to make. I mean, it's.
Do not
You're
put
just-
this
Isn't the
contract
child's
on
soul
me.
the soul of the god? Or something?
You hear in the back of your mind, Galvin.
So like the child doesn't even have a real soul. It's literally just a
Look,
vessel.
the gods make children out of clay. I'm sure we could figure something out.
And when's the last
They
time you
also
made
say
a deal?
gingers don't have real souls, but we do.
We do. Mika says in the background.
Some random redheaded girl just yells this down the
I'm not
hallway.
there. I'm
Did
also
someone
asleep.
say something? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, this
Who's that?
snake is screaming in the room with the guy reading a book.
Snake with legs walking through the room is like, they just have souls, damn it!
I imagine the snake has long red hair.
As it grows the long red hair as it says that.
Listen, we cannot, as mortals, control the gods. And you should know this.
That's cool and all, but my dad's a not mortal person, so here I am. You gonna sacrifice me too?
You're not the vessel for the soul
I don't
we need
care.
to.
I'm making
You're
a
not the
point,
doppelganger.
Galvin.
Then you don't
No, shut up. If you knew me and I turned out to be a doppelganger, would you straight kill me after knowing that I have interests and goals and aspirations?
And met
So
her
you could be-
mother, who fed you breakfast?
Yeah.
His mother who loved her and raised her? You looked her in the eye and said, sorry, your daughter's going to die because everyone else needs it.
So you'd rather see Oblivion Isles become just that?
I'd rather find another way.
This is exactly it. I mean, you're like, hard stop, murder this kid. And I'm like, look, we gotta find another way, bro.
Okay.
What do you
so
propose?
What do you propose? We are all ears. You think we do this with a smile? How dare you, Kuros?
But we don't think that. We just think
So tell me, why did this
God, I wish I was here for
why did
this.
this deal need to be
Same.
made in the first place? If we're gonna find a way around it, we at least need to understand it, right? I hadn't heard of this until you conscripted me to find someone's child.
How long has this tradition been going on, Galvin? Like, tell me. I'm an idiot water person who lives in weird Texas. So tell me, how long has this tradition been happening?
Have you ever
What
thought
is
about
Texas?
what is Texas? Have you ever thought about why Oblivion Isles is called Oblivion Isles?
Yeah, that's
Ravlana?
cool and all, but everyone has been adhering to this 1,000 or whatever year old tradition and never once thought to think, oh, it's not okay.
It's been
Like,
thought
everyone
about
just-
plenty of times.
Just did it.
Every doppelganger's life comes with this exact conversation to follow. This is not my first. This is not something we do gleefully. This is something
no one
we
said
have
you
to
did
do.
it gleefully. We're just saying that maybe you should think about the options before you just go stabbing a kid in the chest.
We're all ears, but negotiating with a god is not exactly of.
I'll do
How do you
it.
propose we do that?
I'll do it. I'll go negotiate with a god. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of anything.
Yeah. I'll also go negotiate with a god. I'd rather find out a way around this. The reason why this is even necessary. Maybe there's another option. Why do we have to sacrifice these doppelgangers for these gods? What is the whole purpose behind this? Because they said so?
You keep mentioning other options, but you fail to mention
We
any.
need to find other options,
Galvin, you've given me
Galvin.
zero information other than we have to do this. And I'm asking you for more information.
I've given you the only option we have.
The
That's-
only option you know of based on the information of we have to do
Okay.
this.
So the Church of Lathander
Tell me-
has a
tell me a
solution
story,
for the
Calvin.
current issue,
Let me
and
write
Kuros
this in-
has an empty glass. But
Calvin,
there's
let me
wine
write this in my book.
somewhere.
Let me write this in my book. What's the story? Why did this happen? Why do we have to do this? I've got blank pages here. Let me write it down. Why? Tell me how this came to be. Has it always been?
I look to the guard and I say, "Do you think we are the culprit here? Do you think we would bring? He would bring.
How many children has this nation murdered, Galvin?
How much blood is on Lathander's hand? A life
Not-
blood.
It's not
One
for
a
me
year
to.
for 1,000 years.
That's a lot
the
of dead
fuck up!
kids.
I say that to the. You are not helping.
Master of Arms says, what? Just kidding.
That's not for me to say. But you're clearly not thinking big enough. And I stand
No,
up.
I'm thinking clearly and big enough that there is always an option, and it's not always in stone. I'm a water genasi. I'm all about that flow.
Well, while you are working
Go
on
with
Plan
the
B,
flow.
while you are working on Plan B, I will be doing what we know works. I stand up, and I attempt to leave the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I get a
And
splinter, cut off
the,
my hand, because that for sure works. I know.
I'll
For sure.
remember that, Kuros.
If I get a splinter cut off my hand.
That will.
Anyway, so as Galvin stands,
I was
the
making
Master
a
of
point of
Arms
how extreme this is and how they're not
He
considering other
kinda
options. You don't need to cut off my hand.
taps
Don't
his
really do that.
finger on.
What, Jen?
Sorry, as Galvin stands, the Master of Arms kind of taps his finger on the table, and he says, "For the last 1,000 years, write this down." And he kind of looks at Kuros with his open book. Oblivion Isles has been overseen by Merkel, the god of death, and Lathander, the god of birth and renewal. Inasmuch peace and mutual understanding that they could conjure. Long ago, as the two gods sought control over the material plane of Oblivion Isles, an agreement was struck in order to stop the demise of Oblivion Isles. Doppelgangers of the powerful deities rise within strongholds and are sacrificed to the appropriate god as vessels to Oblivion Isles to fuel the power between the planes, so that none of them are lost.
So why is Oblivion Isles the only place that has this cataclysmic struggle between these gods? Why are there no other gods here to influence the events here? Why is it just these two? Why does it have to be a power struggle between these two? Everyone
Maybe
dies.
that's the right
Why does Merkel
question.
need this?
Can I just die and go yell at Merkel? Is that an option?
afterlife game.
Rav poisons the group.
So as you guys are chatting more, Galvin
going
stands up to leave, and back down at the bottom of the castle, we've got Callista at the portcullis door as a snake, and chains on the outside of the other door.
Is the fellow with the keys, like, is he still very alert and awake?
He's alert and awake, and he's swinging his keys like around his finger while he's reading.
You can sing
A
him a
book.
snake lullaby.
I can't do shit while I'm a snake. Is there a dark corner in the room that I can go to?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
I'm already just like wincing. I don't know if I want to do this, you guys. I could really fuck us all over a lot right now. But I want
Don't
those
worry,
keys.
I'm your backup. And I'm listening very closely.
Okay,
Roll
I'm
for
gonna go into a dark
perception.
corner.
Well, just for whatever Callista's gonna do, I want to know your perception.
My perception was a 13. Not great.
Okay, you find a dark corner back left from where he is. And what did you roll, Chains?
I rolled a nat 20, so plus my mod.
I'll just be the
So
ultimate
22.
Karen and demand to speak
Okay.
to God's
Okay,
messenger.
I know that I picked a dark corner because I want to try to. I'm gonna cast a spell. I cannot do that as a snake right now, so I'm gonna have to poof into my normal form. And I want to be immediately stealthy. If I have to roll with that, I will. I still have pass without a trace up. It is concentration. This is not, but I want to cast blindness/deafness on this man. So I'm gonna
mean.
go into a dark corner, turn into my tiefling form, cast blindness/deafness on him.
Okay.
Awesome.
The saving throw is con 14.
And you choose
Okay.
which one, right?
I do get to choose which one. I know which one I'm going to choose because mostly I don't want him to see me. I don't give a fuck if he hears me. I'm stealthy. I have pass without a trace on.
I choose
don't want him to see me.
deadness.
What happens when he
Deadness.
passes? Because he got a 19.
Nothing happens. It just
Okay.
it just doesn't take hold. So
Do
I just
they
go.
recognize that that's been tried to be cast?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say this is something. If I would assume if they were of magical nature, they would probably feel
Does it
that
have
pull
verbal
on them
components?
and then resist it. But if they aren't of
does it
magical
have, yeah,
nature,
does it have a verbal component or anything about it? Does it say V in the components?
it does. But I have passed without a trace up, and I'm trying to be super quiet.
Okay. So he continues to read, but you're kind of assuming that he's continuing to read, you feel like it didn't work.
Okay, I just kind of go, all right, fine. Do I think that these could fit under the door?
Plan B.
Plan B is less graceful, y'all. Do I
Do you
think that
assume
these
that
keys?
the keys can fit under the door?
Do I think I can fit these keys that he has under the door?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast darkness on him.
Okay.
Turn into a constrictor snake.
Then I'm gonna turn back into a snake, and I'm gonna grab his keys, and I'm gonna slip them to the door back to chains.
Okay.
I don't see that there's a saving throw for darkness.
Nope, it just happens. It's a radius.
Yeah, 15-foot radius around him, and I
50
couldn't
or
normally
15?
see
15.
15, one
Okay.
five.
It's like 50.
And I wouldn't normally be able to see, but if I go into a snake, I have blind sense 10 feet, and I'll be able to find that again.
Okay,
I
so it
just- I was
doesn't
just like
reach
that.
the door. So Chains, you can't tell that darkness has been cast in the room.
Does
But
he make any
Callista,
sound?
you cast. Nope, I don't imagine that it makes sounds.
No,
So
does he make sound inside of it?
oh yes, that's what I'm getting to. So
sorry.
as Callista, no, I didn't mean it that way. Callista, as
So
you cast
nervous right now?
darkness, the room dims slowly, and you hear the guy go, "What?" And the keys he clenches in his fist as the darkness completely overtakes, and he stands. Who's there?
Like,
Must have
no
been the
one.
wind.
I'm gonna try to be a snake, and I'm okay. So first, I want to try to like slither into the keyhole, and then I want to bite him, and then just try to hope he like lets go and panic and run if I can do that. But if not, I don't know what his reaction will freaking be. I'm just out of options. Chains, I'm sorry. I want these keys.
Explain what you're doing.
I'm gonna try to slither up very stealthily using my pass without a trace, which is still active. I'm gonna try to get
Onto him?
wrap my body. I want to just wrap my body around the keys he's holding first, and then I
Okay.
want to bite the fingers that are holding the keys, and then try to run with them like as immediately. Just bite and run.
With the
Okay,
legs
roll
that you grew.
for sleight of hand.
Sleight of mouth.
Sleight of mouth. I got a 15. Not terrible for somebody who's very
Okay.
low sleight of
So you grab on with your little snake body, and then you go in for the bite. So that's 1 damage, I'm assuming, or what is your thing say for
I think
bite?
it's very low damage. +5 to hit. Yeah, 1d1. Yeah, 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 1 damage.
Why even say
Okay.
that?
1d1.
I'm gonna roll
It's
this
just a-
D1.
Just a sphere. Just
I got a 1 on my D1.
Just a
I just rolled a 1. I
I
critted,
got
Jen.
max
I
damage
critted
off
on
the
my
D1.
D1.
All right,
Yeah, max
you crit
damage.
on that D1, and you smack him right in the wrist, and he says, "Ah!" and he drops his hand, but then he begins to stomp on the floor as you fall.
I'm gonna run.
What's the HP of the snake? 2?
2.
oh wait. 2. The AC is 13. The hit
So
points are 2.
as you
but
fall,
they're
to the
very
floor,
dexterous.
you take 2 damage, bringing you back to your normal form on the floor.
Can I run to the door and open and go?
It is dark. He can't see.
Yeah, he can't see, but I
can't.
still
You cannot. So he says, "Ah!" and he begins stomping on the floor. So
fucked up.
roll 2 dex checks, acrobatics, I
Jesus.
guess. And I'm gonna roll first.
The first one was a 12.
A 12. Okay, so you dodge the first foot as you're crawling away. Second foot. What'd you roll?
14.
Okay, you dodge the second foot. So he kind of just, you hear him slam his hands on the table chains, and you hear Callista like running to the door. She just like wiggles with the keys, trying to do every single one of them. You hear,
And I just open the door.
yes. Chains just opens the door, and you see on the inside that like a darkness bubble has been
A
cast.
panicked tiefling just bursts out, closes the door, locks it, and just goes, "We gotta go!" I'm just gonna throw the keys at you. I got the keys, but at what cost?
And as Callista runs out of the room shouting, you begin to hear footprints coming down the steps that you came.
Footprints?
Not quietly. They were whispered.
Sorry, you
shouts.
begin to hear footsteps. Footprints are so
yes,
loud.
the sound of footprints.
I have no wild shapes left. I'm fucked.
He's fine. All right, so they're coming
Stealth is
down
not
the
good.
opposite end of the hall.
Correct.
Right?
The steps with the platform that you came down to begin with.
Okay.
Let's go different directions. You have really good stealth. Oh shit, you have to have me near you. You won't have pass without a trace, but you have better stealth than me. I can just give you the keys and I can go the opposite way. If they catch me, they catch me. It's fine. I'll just go back to that room with our friends.
What
I
did you
have
see
good
in
stealth.
here first? What is in here?
Oh, there's a hallway, but I couldn't get through it because there's a big gated door and I couldn't fit under it. Not as a
Why don't-
tiefling, as a snake. Clearly, I
Why don't
couldn't.
we just try to knock this guy out and see what he's inside?
Oh my god, that's a much better idea for sure. Let's just do that. Oh, there's
And
darkness
as you
cast in there, so
say,
you're not going to be
let's
able to
just
see.
knock him out, you see the door open, and this human man opens up with his. You punch him. Roll the hit.
just throat check him. Just
Roll the hit, Callista.
It's so bad.
Situations we're in are like night and day.
we're having like an expositional argument, and y'all are like yakety sax.
The snake fell 6 feet and took 2 damage, popping her out of snake form. So now Callista is squeezed inside the ring of these keys around her waist.
This
Oh, I
Scooby
didn't
Doo
even
is.
think about that. That would have been horrible.
I was just
I
saying.
rolled a 10 to hit.
A 10 to hit, you miss. So you literally punch the door frame next to him. And, and he looks at you and he raises an eyebrow and he says, "What are you doing?" And he comes out and he begins to take out his sword from its sleeve.
Chains,
Can I,
want you
like-
to say,
No.
just say this and then like,
choke him
knock him
out.
out?
Knock him out! Do the sleeper!
Like
I
we
don't wanna try to play this
practiced.
character, but I really want that to be what happens.
Yeah,
Like a
so
ninja, just do it!
here's what I want to act out here. So yeah, he says, "What all this then?"
Told us this.
I say this, and I palm
Oh,
his,
Havoc, you're right,
his
sorry.
hand back down, knocking his sword back into his scabbard. And then
No.
I'm going to, I don't know, punch him in the face.
Okay, roll to hit.
Classic.
With advantage because you're already touching him.
Has a nat 20 sound, baby.
Oh my gosh, that's a crit.
Sounds like a success to me, boy.
Fists are what?
Unarmed strikes are 1 plus your strength mod unless you're a monk.
Oh, cool. So 1.
Whoa! Automax
Um,
times 2 though, so 2.
Oh, nice. Can I
He wasn't rolling a
activate?
1-1.
Can I activate like a push function with that? Knock him back like 10 feet.
There is the special attack of the shove action.
Yeah, I was about to say you can take the shove action if you
Or
like.
grapple, right?
Yeah, I want to shove. I want to shove.
Okay. So roll for strength.
Okay.
I want to see how far away he gets pushed.
Oh, 10.
He falls back into the darkness and you hear "Fack!" as he gets pushed. His nose, when you punched it, kind of begins to spurt out blood. And he gets pushed back into the darkness, and the footsteps behind you guys get closer.
Okay, so I throw her into the room, and then I walk in with the keys and I lock the door behind us.
Okay.
Are we in initiative order with this guy yet, or no?
Not yet.
Can I do primal savagery?
Now we're in initiative.
We were before, but now that you've said that,
I don't want us to get caught.
Okay,
I don't want to get
savagery.
caught, but I'll commit murder.
I want to do non-lethal damage. I don't want to kill him though, if that's possible.
Okay. All right.
Primal, non-lethal savagery.
Well, I assume he has more hit points than I can deal in one round. I hope. If not, I'll heal him back up. It'll be okay.
Okay.
I
What's
got a
your
16 for
attack?
initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
A 22. I rolled a nat 20 for initiative. That's never happened before.
Nice.
So nat 20 for initiative on our homebrew rules also means that you roll with advantage on your first move.
Are you heckin' serious right now?
Yeah, it means that you were on top of it. You weren't caught off guard or anything.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
that one would be
God.
disadvantaged
And he
naturally.
rolled a 3, so he
Kane's
goes
threw in
away.
and you were like, I'm being thrown, here's some claws, baby.
So I got a 25 to hit,
Okay, you hit. Oh my gosh.
and it's but the damage roll was super low. I rolled 2d10s and I managed to do 4 damage with
Oh
that.
my god.
Love that for me.
Come on,
Okay.
right? You get to add a modifier to that, don't you?
I'm using D&D Beyond to roll it, so they already did it for me, and it's really depressing, fam.
Okay, so you claw him, and it kind of takes chunks out of his neck and cheeks, and
I'm
Chains,
sorry,
you're
I'm
in the dark.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Am I in the
How long
dark?
does darkness last, or can you cast it away?
Actually, let me see if that was. I can, as long as my concentration breaks. I don't know if I can decide to break my concentration.
Yes.
But it's
You
a
can.
concentrations, yeah. So I would have decided to break it. As soon as Change shoved me in, I would have been like, no more darkness, because clearly,
Okay.
like, we've made the decision to fight this guy. That's what we're
That's
doing
fair.
right now.
Okay, so Chains, you're not in darkness.
Great.
Can't believe you've done this.
How's he looking?
He looks fine. He's just bloody on his face because he's been scratched and punched.
He's like, I was just trying to read.
He was
got
blind the whole
mugged.
time, and he had like a
Probably
blank
still
look.
so confused about what happened to him just now.
I have kids.
Snake bit him, and now there's a cat man and a
Is he-
claw.
I feel real bad for what's
do-
happening.
Just read
We
my
don't
book.
kill him. We just knocked him out a little. Is he focused on me or Chains?
He's focused on Callista.
He's focused on
Yeah.
Does Chains
so-
get advantage? That roguey shit?
Yeah,
yeah.
he can get a
If
sneak
you-
attack in.
You ever regret
God.
starting a fight like instantly?
Yeah.
Sorry if that wasn't your plan. I didn't know
Okay,
what we
so-
were doing, so I bit.
Here's the new plan. I'm going to slip behind him, and I want to attempt to grapple by taking one of his arms and pinning it behind his back. So I'll roll for the grapple on that.
Okay.
What is my? How does it go?
Athletics versus either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so 18.
I got a 7, so
Perfect.
he fails.
And so, as I take the arm, I put the dagger around to his throat, and I want to lean around and be like, "Listen, friend, we do not want to hurt you. We did not intend to in the first place, but we are looking for something, and maybe you can help."
Oops,
Roll
sorry
for
about that.
persuasion or intimidation, depending on
Great.
what you're trying to do.
I get plus
You have a
5 to
knife.
both.
He wipes the blood from his face. Oh, why didn't you say so? Like,
You're right.
This is going swell.
I love this so much.
Okay, so dirty 20.
Okay, he looks up and says, "Why didn't you say so?" And he spits blood.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just kind of freaked out. I was really scared.
And he looks at Callista and he says, "Call off your servant."
That's my friend, you weirdo. Why would you think that? And I can't really call him off. He's a lot bigger than me and like definitely for sure stronger.
Call
So it's
him
really
off.
So
Up to him. Ask him. Why are you talking to me? I'm not his boss.
He literally rolls his eyes to the back of his head and says, "Get off!"
So I loosen my grip, and as I step away carefully, I look to Callista and I say, "Do you have a good berry you can give to him to alleviate his previous wounds?"
I do, and to honor our good friend, I'm going to give him this good berry and say, "May I offer you this good berry in these trying times?"
He takes it and eats it. And he kind of brushes everything off. He says, "That's not a way to come into the secret holding."
Yeah, but
Who
you
are
would
you?
just arrested us probably. We don't know.
Yes, we are
Could not.
in a
Everyone's
situation.
being super candid. Why? That's no way to come into the secret hold. Well, you probably would have arrested us.
This seems to be what happens from her observation.
Why didn't you say so?
So
Perfect.
I'm gonna sheath my dagger as I walk around his desk, and is this where the queen keeps any possible portraits, pictures?
No. You should have made a right at the portrait of the king. He's kind of like getting himself together. You've come down to the holding cells.
Oh well, our bad.
It is your bad.
Our mistake. So sorry.
We are honestly on the path to trying and saving Oblivion Isles, and as you see, we took a wrong turn, and we graciously apologize.
Callista,
for it.
roll for perception while Chains is talking to this
Well, I
guy.
would love to. 17.
You hear a very, very small knocking on the other side of the door that had the portcullis.
Hey, will you please hide us? Because if not, I'll just charm you and make you do it. But I would rather just ask nicely.
Roll for persuasion.
Now, you hide us. I mean, you're gonna do it anyway because of magic, but would you be bro and do
My
it?
persuasion is but I rolled okay. It was a 17 because I have a -1, even though I rolled good. Damn it, persuasion.
And he says, I can put you with the construct. And he points towards the portcullis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Please don't tell on us because I really want to be your friend, and I'm sorry about biting you
I feel
earlier.
like
that
this
was
is a
rude
bad
to
idea. He's
do.
putting us behind
I'm
bars.
new to the city life. But if you do
Sure, I
put
can
us
hide
behind
you.
bars, I can get out of it, and I will have to hurt you, and I don't want to do that. Okay?
Stop
I can get
trying
out
to
of it.
intimidate me.
I'm not. I'm just honestly letting you know I can get out of it in like a bunch of different ways. So please don't try to lock us up. We're just trying to be your friends.
Wait, I
You
think-
asked me to hide you.
Okay. Pinky
I think
swear.
you're-
This is the sacredest of promises.
I think you're
Roll for
misinterpreting the knocking as people coming, and it's actually the child behind the door.
Was the knocking coming from behind the door?
It was coming from the door with the portcullis in front of it. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We don't need you to hide us. I want to get in the door, like right now.
Yes, can we see this construct?
I'm sorry, Chains. I'm new to people that aren't wild.
He kind of laughs and says clearly, and he's feeling around for his keys. He doesn't find them.
Oh, where could they have gone?
That weird.
Chains, I
throw 'em
tossed
on the
them at you,
ground.
so
Yeah, don't. I have them because I locked the door. Yeah.
yeah, Chains. I threw them at
already gave them to
you
me.
because I freaked out and ran out and just threw them at you like I
Yeah.
call your chest.
So I give him his keys back.
And he just kind of looks at them with like a blank face, like, what the fuck? And like takes them with his eyes squinted. And he goes over to the portcullis, puts in the key, and it raises into the ceiling, and the wooden door is unlocked, and behind is small child with long black hair with one red eye and one green eye.
Is this the baby?
And she looks and says, Callista! And that's where we end it today.
Hey! Wow, what a ride!
What a mess.
Entire heart.
You guys freaking, all right, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna attack him.
Chains, I'm so sorry, buddy. Now you know to never take my dumb ass on another
No, that was
stealth
a
mission.
lot of fun.
No, I love
I'm gonna take you every time.
Yeah, I like the hard dichotomy of Chains is like cool, like I can assess the situation, let's go. And Callista's like, I'm real sorry. You could put us in there and let us out, but if you try to keep us in there, I can't get out. Like, I'm not threatening you, I promise. It's not a threat. I'm just telling you the facts. I can get out and I will hurt you.
And I will hurt you
No.
a
Do that. I
lot.
don't
She
want
made it from a super innocent place. She's just like, this is what I like. It will happen, and I don't want to do
Right.
that. So
Oh,
please just
I
don't.
love it so much. That was
Thank you,
So,
Darian
guys-
Spider, for the bits. You're the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we got
Thank
a
you
follow
so
from
much,
Danican
Bill.
OG and Twitchy Watermole.
Twitchy Watermole? Twitchy Watermole.
Watermole.
Twitchy water mole? That's adorable.
how many
And-
followers
What if it's
do we have?
what if it's Twitchy Watermole?
And Rex
Oh, you know what?
A676. Welcome to the Fam Squad, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
welcome.
followers are we at?
It's our
'Cause
Monday
this
night
is
homebrew
questionable.
game of Oblivion Isles, where the group is trying to change the course of history, apparently.
Yeah.
By to God, I don't know about you. I'm punching
Wow.
Michael in the face.
Look, man, anytime someone says because this is how it's always been, I'm like, that's the shittiest reason to keep doing something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's the
What are
worst
you guys'
reason.
favorite parts today?
The part where I argued with Galvin about morality.
Everything
I really
Dylan
wanted
and
to be
Rob
there
were
for that.
saying.
I know. I
I
thought you were
was-
gonna.
I was about to be like, yo, bro, you want to fight about it, bro?
I have been like mentally preparing for this like exchange between Galvin and Kuros for like since the beginning of the campaign.
Right.
Despite that fact, I think my favorite part was still the Callista Chains. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Guys, we're in the top search bar of D&D.
Whoa! Wow!
Fun.
Look at that! What up? Do I have confetti on this? Holy crap! I don't.
I
But
went to
give
go
me a
look for
second.
someone to raid, and I was like, it's us!
Oh heck, I know those guys. I am.
We're number 4. That's so
awesome.
cool. Anyway,
Yay! I
continue.
added it.
Sorry, I got excited.
that's exciting. Look at us.
so exciting.
We've come so far, and it's really thanks to all you guys who show up and enjoy our.
No
enjoy-
kidding.
I know, and Soraya, you pointed out that I got a new mic, and yeah, all you guys' support is going towards all of our audio quality updates
Yep.
and stuff like that, and we're really appreciative because
Yeah.
I'm not buying this on my own. You're
Yeah,
buying it
we
for
just
me.
trying to get
Oh my
better,
God.
and y'all help us do
Yeah,
that. And thank you for that,
every
fam.
sub, every bit donation, that's all going
Yeah.
back to
It goes
making
right
this
back
better
into
show
it.
for you guys.
Right. Yeah, and we have plans and stretch goals and stuff like that. But the number one thing is making sure that we are all completely legible and that we can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Twitch. If you have us in the background, we want to make sure that there's no feedback or anything or hissing or anything like that. We want to be completely clear. So
Improving that
I do
quality.
sound better.
you do sound
We'll see.
a million times better.
Yeah,
We're
you really
still
do
having
sound
to
great.
tweak things and become audio experts overnight. That whole thing. But my favorite part of tonight, oh my god, was you guys start going into combat, beating the crud out of someone, and going, "I am so sorry."
Wait a minute. Assess. Sorry.
Calculating. What alignment is
Not
that?
great at peopling. So
Chaotic
I'm really
good?
glad Chase was there.
No, I love it. Just
She is chaotic.
chaos
She's
of
chaotic
Callista
good.
and just like the cool-headed, I'm gonna take care of the situation of Chains. Like
Yeah,
I
he's
said,
like, hey, wait, I
he
think
was
the
like,
knocking was coming from back there. And she was like, oh, shit.
well, look at him. And he was like,
Oh.
what are you doing? And I was like, I really want the cool-headed Chains who's like, this is a surprise to me, but I've already got the situation handled. This is what I'm doing, and knocks him out. That's what I wanted, and that's
Right.
oh, it was so good. I
Chains
love
is such a badass. I really love the interaction you three had though. Like it was really heartfelt, and like I know you guys all love each other in real life, so like to see you guys like argue with like it was such a good role play, and I love the heck out of it. And y'all did a great job. Jen, you DMing us all was just on point, my girl. It was so.
You're so sweet.
was
You
so fun.
doing, Callista stuff is always fun to improv with.
Thank you. I feel like it's a nightmare for everybody. But
I love it.
It added so
It's
much to
fun.
that scene because I was like, how are we gonna do it? All right, she's instigated. Let's improv.
Yeah.
it was so fun.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, we need
Callista,
some confetti for Zach's computerness. He like assessed that situation so fast.
Oh my
Also,
God.
some confetti for Zach's computer not dying this whole stream.
Oh my gosh, yes, please, thank
Zach's
you.
computer.
Thanks for hanging in there. We really need Zach, please.
This wasn't really a stress test for it because it's pretty basic. But
Right, but it
after
was-
this, I'll be going and trying to jump into a game because that seems to have been what shut it down. So we'll see.
Zova
Right.
and Geek40, thanks for the follow, my friends.
Thank you.
We're ending our stream right now. We're so glad you hung out, but please come hang out with us in Discord.
Yeah.
!social in the chat from Ahmad, and we'll get you guys up in there. We hang out in there all the time, play games, whatnot.
for real.
We've got games running, blah, 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 all the
Oh my
stuff.
God,
Come
so many
hang
new
out.
names. This is so. Sorry, I'm just like seeing all the new people.
No, I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So,
Hello.
do we have anything else to talk about before I pull for the
how
giveaway?
many followers are we at right now?
I was just about to bring that up, Dylan. We are at like just shy of 750 last time I checked. But
No way.
you want to say it, Dylan?
So we're making plans for when we hit 1,000 followers. It's gonna be real fun.
We've got
Yeah.
a 24-hour stream coming
Okay, I
at
didn't
you
know if you wanted
guys
to
when
say
we
it or
hit
not.
Yeah.
1,000
Why not?
followers. We're gonna sit here with 3 one-shots planned, games. It's gonna be a good time. We're all gonna be real tired, probably
looking-
some yelling.
I'm really
gonna
looking
buy a
forward
whole
to all
case
of
of
us
balls.
drawing each other.
Oh yeah.
That's
gonna
gonna
Yeah, we're gonna be
Oh, my
doing like
shirt
we're gonna draw
disappeared.
each other. And
Oh
my God.
your
my
shirt's
art skills
gone.
are so low. Okay.
Your water low?
My art skills are so low.
Hey,
Oh,
same.
same.
That's why it's
Same.
gonna be fun because it's gonna be
Okay,
some
okay.
really great artists and some really terrible artists, and it's gonna
So
be
Arts in Motion says tattoos, and I do want to specify we said 500 subs would get
Not
us
follows.
those tattoos
Dude.
that were made by Mookie Monster.
And
we're
you
not
guys
getting
get to choose
tattoos with the
where.
follows.
No.
No,
Yes. No, that's on record.
No,
Put it right there
okay,
for
you
me.
can choose
Right
where
fucking here.
on
You, but no,
Sumner.
sir. Yeah, on Sumner. The rest of us will do the tattoos, but we get to choose where.
One of our
But I would definitely do
lovely
that.
followers and longtime friend of mine through Twitch, Mookie Monster. She spent a lot of time making us tattoo art and gave it to us, and we just kind of set a goal. We said, okay, guys, 500 subs, and we'll get these tattoos. And Arts in Motion has been pushing it.
Tell your friends.
Isn't it? We'll do it.
But yeah.
We ready
No,
for that
yeah.
giveaway?
yes.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
ready.
Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
right.
have
That's
been
right.
waiting to win a Fateful Encounters giveaway for like 7 months, because I just had my 7-month sub anniversary.
That's
gonna
right.
Not allowed to enter. But Rex A676 is the winner.
Rex
If you're here-
876, let us know you're here. Say something in chat.
Type !win. Get those
Oh,
instructions.
We have that now. That's right.
But get on in here so that you can win. I know Sumner had said something about our raid phrase, but I forgot what it was.
Can I offer you a good berry in these trying times?
Yep.
Sorry, may I offer you a good berry?
That is so
Oh,
funny.
right. There we go. He's
There
here.
we go.
Thank you, or they. Sorry, I assumed.
Oh, Rex.
Rex
So,
8676. That's cool. Welcome
Yeah.
to the fam.
You get the whole
squad.
Faithful
Hope to
Encounters
see you in
experience.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and today we're gonna be rating dump stat charisma.
Oh no, that's my favorite stat.
I know,
Always my
me
dumb
too.
stat. And I always
So we're
regret
gonna be
it.
rating them with the raid phrase, "May I offer you a good berry in these trying times?"
Finally, something D&D related.
I
No.
know. All right. Well, I'm going to start this raid. We're going to move on over to that goodbye screen. Happy adventuring. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. This is a really fun stream and a good Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
I'm
start
always
to
so
the week. Thank
happy.
you, guys.
I can never sleep after these games.
I know. It's always so fun. Well, thanks as always, guys. Y'all are the best. We will probably see you in Discord immediately after. Happy
Yeah.
adventuring and show Dumpstat Charisma how it's done.
Yeah.
We love you
With those
guys.
good berries.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Raided.
Yeah.